You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light? What is dark? Now, forget all you know. Come with me. Willow.
We're looking for the sorcerer, Willow. I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
You remind me of your mother.
My dear friend, I thought I could prevent all this. I was wrong.
My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Follow me. We must go beyond the edge of our world, into the unknown.
Willow!
I need your help.
Just like old times. Attack! Running! Horses! Mayhem! Mayhem! Happy to see it.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil. And the only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much. Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
When I was a kid, I used to play at being a sorcerer. Visiting strange worlds, fighting monsters. Never thought I'd actually really do it.
What the hell is that?
Trolls. I'm so miffed.
We have to hurry.
How will you defeat us?
Same as last time. With my friends.
Oh, hello and welcome to the periodic table of awesome.
It's 2023.
Welcome back. Like we have music. We need celebration.
And it feels weirdly flat.
Okay,
That's
good.
all
Now
we
have
got
video.
time for.
Yes.
All right, okay, fine.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Hello. Oh my goodness, it's like a whole new year. There we go. How
Whole
you
new year, but
going?
all the same old problems.
Yeah, all the
I
same
went
old
to sleep
problems.
and it was 2023.
An amazing and wonderful thing because today I'm the lag train. I don't understand why you are all perfect and I look like I am on meth. 'Cause you're all fine and wonderful.
That is not what it
and
looks
I'm
like.
just here going, hello and welcome to the middle of
And everybody's slightly concerned that you're not even in the same spot you were last year, Dion.
really?
Are we moving you around? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
Like there's no rules here. Things happen. Things got moved around. There was a last minute change. I don't know. Like to be honest, like I sort of turned off the machine, this machine last year, and I just turned it on 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
So it's
that
like
was great.
it's like, did you spend your time over the Christmas period doing any extra like background work to make it smoother? And I'm like, yeah, that was the plan. But did I? No.
And so when the machine halfway through our podcast decides that it needs to do the 20 updates that it wanted to do, says, what do we do then? What
do
happens
you want to know
then?
what's going to happen there, Quinny? It's going to do the updates. It's going Windows update, going update.
Yeah. None of this. Do you want to do it later? No, we do it now.
No. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the jungle, and we're going to open the gates to 2023 by discussing the first thing on the calendar, which is Willow. It's shit. Don't watch it. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Is that, well, I mean, feel free to jump in, anyone who's.
Sorry, literally somebody has just appeared in the chat. Some kind of bullshit thing that was like
some chat bullshit.
Thank you, Peter.
It's gone now.
Yay! Look at you go. That's why I was slightly distracted. I was
Mod
like,
powers. Yeah.
Looks like bots are back on the menu, boys and girls.
Tell you what, that was very quick for our first one of the year.
Yeah,
I know,
fair enough.
right? It's like, maybe we've hit a new level. Maybe,
Well,
maybe now the bots will notice us.
AI is taking over in slowly but surely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway,
What did everyone get up to on their break?
I do well. I did what Dion did and tried to watch Willow.
Oh,
yeah.
And yeah. We'll get into that pretty quickly.
Okay, right. Okay, wasn't sure whether we were going straight into Willow or not.
Hands
but,
up who spent their time on a couch. Hands up who...
Come on, Peter.
Hand up
Well, mine was a bed. The couch room was full of children.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
How about anyone...
spiritual couch.
Did anyone spend any time at the beach?
No, actually.
Ooh.
I hit really bad weather and just couldn't get to a beach.
Did
I hate sunlight, so...
Did anyone get any good food?
Oh, I mean, does way too much ham count as good food?
How can you have too much ham, Quinny?
When your paws start smelling like ham.
I thought you meant like paws.
Yeah,
like, Quinny's toe beans started
He's been
smelling
touching all
like
of those-
ham.
Touching the ham.
No, okay, paw.
Yes.
Yes, when you're sweating bacon, sure, I get you. Yes. Did everyone have a nice time? Did anyone get a flight cancelled by Jetstar? Or anything like that? No, we're
Thankfully,
all
no.
pretty good. No, I avoided COVID.
Yay.
Yeah.
Love that.
When literally the person sleeping next to me got COVID. So that was fun.
Oops.
Good skill. Mad skills.
Yeah.
Mad skills. So there's the wrap up. Anyone go anywhere fun? Do anything? Anyone in the chat? Did anyone in the chat do anything? We'd love to see you're back. You're back in the chat.
Yes,
I love
welcome
this. This
all
is
of
great.
our chatting
I'm going to
people.
fuck
We love
everyone
seeing
up
you.
this year entirely because actually there's one thing I did do. I rearranged my screen. So now if I'm looking at the chat, I look this way. And not
Where
that
the chat
way.
actually is.
Where the
Yeah,
chat actually is.
nice. How
Because
good is that?
that is where my chat is now. I tried to be cool, but obviously not. Although now I've got this amazing shadow of the microphone.
I was going to say, you do have quite a big shadow of the mic directly
Just
across your
amazing.
face.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But I'm sure having an accurate eye line down will be a massive relief to someone out there.
Yeah.
Do I?
Sure.
No, my chat's not on the right side.
It was, but then you had to restart and come back and do things. I'm still lagging. This is just amazing. I don't understand.
No, I'm
why.
just looking and waving at the chat over there, going up,
Oh, yeah.
up. As it whoosh, whoosh. More power to you, chat.
I can
The
read.
chat has gained,
Yeah.
is what I'm reading.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the chat is
Hi, Karina.
also I see. Yeah, Just Angela has played Witcher 3, which has a next gen update, and that's a good reminder for me to go and get Witcher, the next gen update, on my PlayStation.
Ah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time waster because I've got plenty of time now.
Concerningly, I haven't actually turned on my PlayStation at all.
Really?
I literally just watched a fuck ton of TV and played an awful lot of Marvel Snap on my phone.
Yeah.
Like an awful lot of Marvel Snap.
Yeah, I'll just go and play Witcher and not fix any of these issues that we have to start 2023. That'd be fine. But today, what are we doing today? We're doing a clip show. Yes, it's all a clip show. We finished 2022 on a clip show, and we're starting 2023 on a clip show because January is a fucking wasteland.
It just
We
feels
did
right.
No
Yes. Yeah. We did no work, but also B, there's fuck all to watch.
Yeah.
And yet.
I mean,
and yet.
you mean there is a fuckload to watch.
Well, okay, sorry. Let me
i.e.
just
the
back
shit
that
that
up a
we
little bit.
didn't do earlier in the year.
This is
I like everything on my and Jill's list are just like series that we have eaten. And yours are just movies.
I had 2 weeks off, and I think I've watched like 8 TV shows. Like
Wow.
series.
I don't feel quite so bad about me not getting off the couch now.
Exactly.
Right.
I will agree. I kind of delved into a few TV shows. I just was talking about movies, in the sense that, let's all talk about the fucking blue elephant in the room. That gigantic fucking Avatar film that apparently nobody else was willing to even attempt to go near in a cinema.
The blue whale in the room. The whale of doom.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just absolutely gobsmacked that nobody thought, oh, maybe I'll try to be counter programming.
Yeah, like normally Boxing Day is like the big film day.
I know.
There was like nothing to go to the movies.
The Banshees of Inisherin was the big Boxing Day release, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's got no meat against Avatar.
I gotta say, that's a very different film to Avatar 2. I saw the Banshees of Inisherin, and if I was gonna, I'd still probably pick Avatar 2 over getting to see that on Boxing Day. It's like, oh great, what a lovely time with my family. Fuck, oh my god.
Yeah, I really feel like they're kind of just leaving kids flicks to Boxing Day now.
Yeah, which is kind of a shame because like it used to be the big day. It was like, new Lord of the Rings, new, Marvel thing, something. There was always something real big for that end of the year. And I mean, maybe Avatar would have been that in previous years, but because they decided to do worldwide opening a week before.
It feels like they're moving us into waiting for like summer blockbusters, American summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
I mean, like
anyway.
it's kind of funny because Avatar, like just to say this, like you're marketing this for the Northern Hemisphere and you're going to show everyone a fun beach film about blue cats fucking whales, and to Australians,
Peter, you look confused.
And I will remain so for the rest of my life.
They use their little tail plugs.
Yeah. Their dreadlock hair tail plug thing.
Yeah.
Kind
of. Lots
of
docking.
Lots of docking with animals, and the animals' irises very definitely go into that cocaine frenzy of like, yes, I'm enjoying this.
Just a quick show of hands. Who has actually seen Avatar 2?
No, thanks.
See, like you are the one.
Just Quinny.
Quinny's a simp for it.
I'm many things. Like you can read my review. I wasn't particularly simpy in my review.
No. Like it was just
the juggernaut.
Yeah, I'm the juggernaut, Shan.
Yeah, I mean, like
classy Jill. Sorry, New Year, new you, and Jill pulls up.
Oh, I have not given up. I've not given up holiday drinking just yet. So
it's true.
I'm mad that I can't have a sparkling wine at lunch when I'm at the office. Like
we're so
can't you?
Yeah. We're so close to another public holiday in Australia anyway. Like we just kind of carry it all the way through. And if you are
16 days, okay.
And if you are quite canny, you can actually get 11 days off at Easter for a sum total of 4 annual leave days if you've put that request in.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's a boring piece of boring stuff. Let's talk about something interesting, like Willow. It's not. It's a very unboring shit thing, and I can't understand how much I hate it. It's got so much going for it. It's like the Dark Crystal one, which is everything. It's like, beautiful sets, wonderful ideas, taking a lot of nostalgia, but the dialogue and the delivery and the stylistic music choices make the Willow TV show insufferable. Absolutely insufferable.
It's astonishing in this day and age where we are so good at milking the whole nostalgia cow that they could do something so astonishingly wrong.
Sure.
Based on
it reminds me of to use a metaphor, it reminds me of the Mini, like the car, the Mini. So you remember the Mini that everyone used to like, and it was cheap and it was accessible and people could get it, and everyone had a Mini and Minis were cool. And then like later on, they re-released the Mini and they redesigned the entire thing.
Cooper?
Yeah, the Mini Cooper. And they re-released the entire thing and made it really expensive and added all of these features that no one asked for. And then suddenly they became inaccessible because they went from like a really cheap car that everyone could afford to a very expensive car that was literally playing on nostalgia, and it in no way looks like a Mini. And this is what Willow is to me. I was watching it going...
I'm like, I don't feel like it got any more expensive or anything. I just think I found that it got shit.
Yeah, well, this was the thing. Like, I mean, it's just kind of lazy and terrible. And I just watched the episode with the trolls, and I fucking hate that. Smart trolls. How the fuck did they do smart trolls? Anyway, don't watch Willow. It's terrible.
Look, I watch it for a masterclass of how not to act. I like there is a whole bunch of shit that we've seen in over the years where you go, oh, that actor's like last year we got Book of Boba Fett, where we kind of realized that maybe Tim Morrison isn't exactly, you know, a great actor. Maybe he's just been put in the right roles with the right directors. Well, this is the series that tells you that Warwick Davis ain't even good with the director or in the right role. Warwick Davis is just fucking terrible. And I feel bad saying that, but he's just fucking awful.
It is a beautiful, wonderful meal that has all the right ingredients, except when it came to the preparation and the cooking for all of those ingredients, they just were using some Lego instructions.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very bad. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So if you were wondering, should I watch it? Should I invest some time into it? There's no Mad Mardigan. There's no, like, the Willow is terrible, and the story doesn't seem to actually connect to anything that happened in the first film.
Yes, it does. It has nostalgic references to places that they visited during the film.
Yeah, but it's like a nostalgia reference to that scene from that one film.
Yes, they have every actor that is still alive in that film, that was in that film.
You mentioned cooking. And I think that Jill has in the chat just brought up something that does bear discussion. What do you need when you're cooking? Chives.
Yeah. We're going to talk about chives out, or glass onion, as other people like to call it.
I don't know. Okay,
we did,
I love it.
Like, I brought it up before Christmas because I saw it at the movies and said, "Hey, it's coming out on December 23. Everybody go watch it." And now everybody has. And what did you think?
Oh, no.
I don't want to be the first one to chime in.
Like, I thought it was fun. Like, I didn't have any expectations of it. I didn't, you know. So, yeah, I watched it with my family and everyone was, okay, a little confession. We watched it kind of late in the, like, multiple weeks with all of the children. So we might have had to watch it over multiple nights because we all kept falling asleep. Not because the movie was boring, but because we were just completely tapped. I think the only real kind of issue I have with it is it felt like a lot of the film was like recapping like shit that happened in the first half that you didn't see in the first half. Like, it was a large section of the film that was kind of recapping, like, ooh, here's the secret stuff that you didn't see. Watch the first half of the film again from a different perspective.
Okay.
Structurally, I found that a little bit odd, but overall, I thought it was fun.
I don't mind that kind of storytelling, though. I did a second watch with my parents, and unfortunately it did not go smoothly because my mum was in and out of the room just doing other shit. I'm like, can you just fucking sit down and watch a movie? And then my dad left halfway through to go to bed. So I'm like, well,
cool.
Yeah, thanks for enjoying this film.
Yes.
But I still enjoyed it on the second watch.
It reminds me of the song that a friend of mine wrote, which is "Don't watch Memento with your girlfriend." Who's that? Is that Joe Pantalone? I like Joe Pantalone.
What's happening?
No, don't know. So why is it going backwards? Oh, do you want a cup of tea? I'll go make a cup of. Don't make a fucking cup of tea.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Edward Norton's performance. He was completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm amused. But Predicanga, the best thing about Glass Onion was some of the horrible takes on Twitter. Are we talking about Ben Shapiro, the single stupidest man on Twitter?
The single stupidest man on Twitter? I don't think so, Quinny.
Well, okay, Elon Musk is owning it.
50% of Twitter is stupid people.
This is true. Ben Shapiro, who was like, oh, I didn't really like it because halfway through they changed who was the person that was actually murdered, and then they went and they showed an entirely different plot, and that was just a bait and switch. And I was like, motherfucker, you know it's a mystery, right? Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
To be clear, I didn't feel cheated by it. I just, maybe because I had to watch it in 3 sessions, maybe it made it feel a bit longer than it was.
Yeah. Like
I think I really would have enjoyed it in the cinema.
It was good. I liked Glass Onion. I kind of still preferred Knives Out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But then it's always hard to do a sequel. It was great because I like watching Benoit Blanc doing his shit and having nice, interesting characters around and doing stuff. But, I think the problem with this was in Knives Out, I had someone that I wanted to, like, it was a bit samey because it was a bunch of cunts and then a person that you gave a shit about and Benoit Blanc. And it's kind of like, that's just, like, if that's the formula that we're going to use now, a bunch of rich assholes, a normal person and Benoit Blanc, that's okay. But now I want to watch him do stuff that's maybe a little less comedic and a bit more serious. I don't know.
No, I think the comedic
genre
elements.
for this is that it's like,
sure.
I feel like if you tried to make it serious, you wouldn't be able to get past the accent.
Then you're gonna like veer dangerously into Poirot territory with like Kenneth Branagh's reinvention of it, and like you kind of need to keep. These
and we've already got
separate.
those things. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like the strongest thing from Glass Onion was the Angela Lansbury cameo. That's it.
Speaking of cameos, Natasha Lyonne was also on that video call with Benoit, and she and Ryan Johnson are in real life doing a detective TV series that premieres on Stan at the end of the month called Poker Face, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do we think maybe it's now a part of the Blancaverse?
Well, she'd have to be playing herself in the show, so probably not.
Right, okay.
Because she was playing herself on the video chat.
Oh, right, okay. It wasn't her character's name or anything like that. I do love the idea that, Benoit Blanc, when he's doing nothing else, in the middle of a pandemic, is playing Among Us.
Badly.
with Angela Lansbury and
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Natasha Lyonne. Like, cool.
Why
but
the
also,
fuck not?
so low-key here for his husband being Hugh Grant.
Yeah. And sorry, I'm reading in the chat that JGL was the bong.
Yeah.
What?
Bong.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, he is credited as the bong.
I didn't pick that at all.
I just love that he said, I got Philip Glass to compose that. And I was like, that's pretty fucking funny.
No, Phil Glass.
Phil Glass,
Phil
not
Glass
Philip.
to compose it.
Yeah. There was a lot of name dropping of other people in that movie. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Gillian Skinner's crossword puzzles, but she was the one that wrote the murder mystery for him.
I loved it. I really enjoyed the whole fucking douchiness of it. That fucking
trying to imbreathe the moment.
and fucking what's his name? Drax, who would hate Batista. Yeah, who would be very angry that I could only remember him from Drax. Sorry, Dave. But I loved him for that whole thing, that he is just exactly what so many of the Musk fanboy dude bros wish they could be. And he's all muscle and gun and no brain and fucking
I enjoyed that movie.
I did a lot.
There's so much depth too.
We don't need.
It's very zeitgeisty.
I showed the trailer for that one, but we have a whole bunch because it is a clip show. We don't want to be here playing clips for the next 7 hours. So
why not?
Why not? Because
do you have
we did Chives Out clip last
year. We did
anyway.
We did Chives Out clip. We did the Avatar clip last time, like in the last show. You can go see that.
Karina says the menu's on Disney Plus tomorrow, which is great because I want to watch it again.
Go see the menu.
Yes, I'm looking forward to watching it and having a burger.
Yeah.
Just so I can enjoy the same experience that you all did.
Yeah. But we want to talk about something else. We've got another thing up there. So someone pick a movie, one of the ones that you gave me stuff for, and we're going to roll that trailer and talk about it. Or whatever it is. I don't care. Whatever. Pick something.
Well, you roll a trailer because we don't know what trailers you've got.
Pick something and then we'll
have
to
tell
talk
us.
about it.
I did.
Okay.
Russian roulette.
Lucky dip. I'm going to pick a this one. Okay, because I want to tear the ass out of it.
I'm reading things didn't go to plan tonight.
I killed Guido Montemurro.
Where will you go?
The other side of the planet.
Can I get a whiskey?
No wife,
No purpose, zero future, all in the last 24 hours, just devoted to a god who doesn't give a cracker about me.
The only way you're gonna survive is stay undercover.
Has anybody in here seen God?
Stop looking for God to give you something and go take it for yourself.
Good morning, Father.
Doesn't matter what dark hole Paulo's crawled into, his head will pop up for air. And when it does, you will be there to cut it off.
Reverend Mackenzie Boyd will be a lightning rod for this town.
How does someone who looks like that become a minister?
All I'm trying to do is my job. I need to tend to my flock.
There is no way you can pull off being a reverend.
Oh, this is going to be a complete
You were supposed to help me, and now you've made everything worse.
Hey, Ren. Don't you know how to knock? Were you born in a tent or something?
Technically, yeah. How did you know?
Why is everything in this place so far apart? Church is going to be shut down.
If you don't get those numbers up, you can say goodbye to your fake minister gig.
If you don't have family, who's there to stop you from sinking?
Maybe the mistakes are the whole point, because they allow us to forgive. That ability to forgive is what makes this whole thing work.
You should be careful. People might actually start to like you.
This church is filled with delinquents, criminals, and people with no interest in God.
Amen.
What's the book? Spoiler alert, he dies and comes back.
Oh dear. Okay, Irreverent.
Yes,
liked it.
This show dropped over Christmas on Netflix, and I was very excited for it because I love Colin Donnell, and I was really had a lot of fun watching this show. I liked it quite a bit.
I liked
How many have you watched?
I liked it a lot.
I watched the whole thing. Like, shut up, Quinny. I watched everything.
I got,
like, yeah.
I got a confession to make. I liked it a lot better when I saw it a few years ago as Impasta, which was the Michael Rosenbaum's vehicle that has the exact same plot that they lifted and just remade it for Australian audiences. Yeah, someone impersonating a religious minister but that one was set in Middle America, and this one is set in Australia.
Far North
Queensland. Anyway, so that's why I immediately went, this is just fucking Impasta, and they have literally lifted it and placed it down. Oh shit.
Okay, well, fair enough. I haven't watched that, so as somebody that hasn't seen that to compare it to, I really liked it.
And I've got to say, it's like the Impasta one's much funnier. And
good for you.
That's something
I'm not gonna watch it. I like this one.
That's something that you don't actually get from that trailer. The trailer was playing there, and I was listening to it. I'm like, that doesn't actually show you all of the heart and soul and funny parts that are in Irreverent.
Exactly. There's such a beautiful story there. Like, there's like, I don't know, like so much character development with Colin Donnell's character. I've forgotten now, too many TV shows ago. And he thank you, makes so many connections with like the locals, and yeah, there's a love story in there, but it's a little bit contrived. Not really feeling the energy. But if anybody has ever watched BBC's Death in Paradise, it's a very similar vibe. It's a fish out of water story in a beautiful tropical location. And it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled across it very much the same way. Like, it just suddenly appeared on my Netflix, and I went, I know that guy. And Netflix, in its infinite wisdom, where that if you leave a thing on for less than 2 seconds, it starts playing you a trailer. Yes. Yeah, that. So I was sitting there and I was like, I know that guy. Oh, I literally know that guy. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay. There's a scene with a couple of Australian bogan thugs. I'm kind of into this. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, one of the Auntie Donna guys.
Yep. I did, and that's, yeah, seeing the Auntie Donna guy, I was immediately like, okay, I've got to give that a go. It's fun. I thought it, and I must admit, I too haven't seen Impasta. Even though Rosenbaum would be most upset if I told him that.
Oh, look, you know, it was 7 years ago. People forget in TV land. That's why they recycle stuff. Jesus fucking Christ. Just don't. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
That's the thing that made me quite angry about it, because it's actually a good thing, but they could have just not directly lifted it from somewhere else. Oh, well.
So how have you watched any of much of Irreverent, D?
Yeah, I watched about 7 episodes.
Oh, right.
So like nearly
enough to form an opinion.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've got opinions.
I've watched about 3 and I was enjoying it, but also it's one of those ones that I was like, I'll come back to that, and haven't.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't mean that it's bad. Like it's
No.
a bad TV show. Like that's why I actually sort of like some of the hooks is great. I was just kind of like, but this is just the same. But this leads me to the question that we were having earlier today, Quinny. Sorry, Peter, Jill. This is a slight deviation. Where I was vigorously defending Babylon 5 versus Deep Space Nine because it's the same fucking show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
But no, Irreverent. If you like it, get on board. At least it's got some getting some work for Australians in there, and you know, and showing a bit of Queensland's natural beauty, where you could actually film a TV series during COVID because it didn't have too bad a lockdown. But I like that this is kind of like Spiderhead. It's a good ad for the beauty of that area, and also the dangers of Crocs.
Yeah, I find it very bizarre that crocodiles are eating people off the beach, but okay.
The saltwater crocs.
It is true though, Jill.
Yes,
like
but
don't get in the water.
Don't know that crocodiles live in the surf, but
they actually do.
They do.
Yes, they don't live in the surf, but they do.
They will eat you.
Take it from a natural history filmmaker that does a shitload of content about the north of Australia. Yes, crocs do. Don't go in the surf because crocs.
Okay. I never went to the beach for the longest time because I was scared of sand sharks, and now I'm never going to the beach.
Well, no,
Sorry,
not
there's
it's like
crocodiles at the beach now. Okay, fuck it.
It's not like it's not where they're all hanging out, but yes, they do go there because they'll travel down one river and they'll travel a little bit, to get to a different river through the ocean. It happens.
Hence the phrase saltwater crocodile. Where they're
I
like,
know that. I fucking know that.
But now
they chilled at the fucking beach and ate pastas.
They do chill at the beach. I don't think it's often that people actually get taken at the beach because there's a lot of sand. You can
Well,
probably see
happened
them.
to 2 guys in 2 weeks in this show, so better watch out.
Clearly, it's just a very irreligious crocodile.
Yeah.
Really hates fucking Christians.
well, check out Irreverent. I mean,
Yeah, please do. I liked it.
if you like it, give your Netflix button a spin. Netflix roulette.
It does a pretty good job of making you feel like, oh, okay, here's some American stuff, and it feels fish out of watery. But the Australian stuff, whilst it does have a bit of the quirky Australian comedy kind of vibe, it doesn't go too hard on it. It's not welcome
and
to
they're
Whoop Whoop.
not bad actors either.
No.
They're actually quite good.
Yeah, well, Francis
Even the
Greenslade
younger
is
ones.
lovely.
Even the younger actors are quite good.
Yeah. I've seen
I
worse.
do like that Martin Sachs from fucking Blue Heelers is in there as a background character.
Yeah.
Not
much.
Doing not much. Him and his husband, there, and you're like, good, nice. Look at you go. Peter, you look like you had something you wanted to say.
Oh, you were talking about rolling the dice with Netflix, and I was just wondering if anyone else wanted to share maybe one of their shame binges from the holidays.
This is an unplanned deviation.
Well, because particularly the shit was going down for me. Like there was a lot happening, and I just wanted to unwind with maybe something that wasn't.
I'm gonna be so mad
that was
about what
easy.
you say next.
I loved it, Jill. I loved it.
Yes, there's nothing shameful about it.
So I watched The Recruit on Netflix.
Is that the one you want to see the trailer to, or are you
Have you got the trailer?
I've got a trailer.
He's got all the trailers.
I don't know anything about this one, so I'm looking forward.
Welcome to the CIA. How long have you been here?
10 minutes, but you're a very busy man. I get it. You're running the whole operation. You mean how long I've been working here? About 2 days.
What the hell is this?
Every letter is from someone threatening to expose classified information if we don't help them.
You're the lawyer. Figure it out.
Embrace the rigid. I'm playful with it. Yeah, basically.
Get cute. Do your business and get out. I'm Owen Hendricks from the CIA. We got your letter.
Have you made any new friends or overthrown any foreign governments?
Unbreakable. You following?
You do know bullets go through metal, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're being followed by the entire United Nations.
Is the hood really necessary?
No.
You get this under control, no matter what it takes.
Seriously? Have you ever had a panic attack?
Oh, I've been having one continuously since 2019. You get used to it.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Is there a problem?
So many.
Who are you kidding?
Higher stakes. Make it more challenging. But the bottom line is,
I did a back of my miles.
I'm a guy that doesn't mind falling on his face. I'm 24 years old. I'm supposed to make mistakes. Take big swings.
How about a martini?
How about a White Claw?
This need to jump into the deep end, to prove yourself over and over again, it's unhealthy.
I think it's ambitious.
I always advance. Say how I fail, you know I stand. Raising the bar, I gotta expand. Top of the charts, I'm setting the beat. All of my stakes, I'm putting my thing.
I am actually just a lawyer. I'd like to think that I'm good at what I do.
What you are is lucky.
Just who I am, and I don't regret it. See what I want, then I go get it. Follow my guys, I ain't got no limits. Can it be stopped? You paying attention? I ain't gotta say it. They know where my head is. They know where my head is.
Is that a pina colada?
Yeah.
Okay, look.
That looks good.
Ridiculous.
That's not a guilty pleasure.
It's ridiculous. It's like CW does like CIA spy action, and I got completely addicted immediately.
Yes.
And it is ridiculous.
That looks funny.
Completely ridiculous. So it's this guy who's a lawyer for the CIA, like brand spanker new, kind of falls into an international murder mystery, and kind of just becomes a field agent without any qualifications, which is highly irregular and probably not something that ever happens. But regardless, it was quite fun.
Okay, like I mean, because the one actually, like the trailer makes it seem like a bit of a comedy. It's still got some action beats in there. Like from watching that trailer, I'm now kind of like,
is it a bit of a
Chuck
kind of a?
It's kind of. It's not as good. It is, but it isn't. Like it's more ridiculous than Chuck, which
more
I
ridiculous.
don't know. Chuck was very ridiculous.
It's somehow more ridiculous than Chuck. I don't quite know how to. I think because it's trying to be a bit more serious than Chuck. Like it's not wholeheartedly a comedy. It is kind of a comedy drama. It's got some, serious bits. You do get kind of like, invested in the absolutely ridiculous spy story that they set up.
Okay, so what was it about it that made you go, okay, I'm going to keep watching that? Or was it because Noah Centineo is pretty?
No,
or is it...
he's a baby, please. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Not at all.
Last thing I saw him in, it's funny, last thing we saw him in was as Adam Smasher in Black Adam. But my partner has been watching a show called The Fosters, which is all about foster kids, funnily enough. And that was where he kind of got big in there. So she saw the trailer for that and went, what the fuck's he doing there?
Yeah, so, I mean, I like him in To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I think that's a really nice modern teen movie. But no, it wasn't. It was kind of more, Netflix served it to me as a trailer, and it was at a time where I kind of wanted to ingest some delicious trash. And I thought, this feels like my brand of delicious trash.
You were just susceptible to all of this. Netflix was just like, go on, have a taste.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger where you're like, oh shit, well, they're going to make a season 2 and I'm going to have to come back to find out.
I can't wait for season 2 now.
Well, if you're like many of the people who've watched a lot of things on Netflix, hope and fucking pray that it gets a season 2. Because if you watched 1899, fuck you. No season 2 for you.
Enjoy that.
So this is that, and while I'm on it, I will tell you without much detail about the other the series that I watched at the end of the holiday when I'd done my serious watching and just needed a little bit more trash to have on in the background. It's on Amazon and it's called The Wilds. And it is like high drama teen girl Lord of the Flies shit.
I did have
it was made in Australia.
What I go in for, generally. Was it? I don't know. It might have been.
I did have the trailer for that, but I lost it.
Oh, no, I'm not suggesting you play the trailer for that. If we play all of the trailers, we'll be here for hours. But I want to, if we're talking about just a little bit of like, this is not hard for my brain and there's enough drama and intrigue to keep me interested. I watched 2 seasons of The Wilds in about 5 days, I think, when I was anxious about going back to work.
I had full intentions of watching 2 seasons of Yellow Jackets.
I've heard that's really good, but I don't have the platform that it's on. I can't remember which one it is.
It's on Paramount.
I thought it was on Apple.
Nah.
It used to be on Stan, and then it moved to Paramount.
So, funny thing about The Wilds, it is shot here in Australia on Moreton Island, and one of our friends is a cinematographer on it. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Yay. Also, I love the idea that it's shot on Moreton Island. I spent a lot of time on Morton Island,
North Stradbroke Island
as a youth. I spent a lot of time on both
South
those
Moreton Bay.
South Moreton Bay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a strange place, Moreton Bay / Stradbroke Island. It can feel very far away, but it's really not far away. So they've managed to make it look isolated. I'm very impressed. Well done, Magic Cinema people, for making it seem like it's in the middle of the ocean, because it really is not. I hope they didn't disturb the dugong in the seagrass beds.
Just one dugong?
There's a lot of dugong. Well, there's not a lot, really. That's the problem.
No, that's the problem.
That's the problem. The sea cow. Anyway, I'm going to pick another trailer at random, and someone is going to talk about this.
I'm excited.
I am Puss in Boots. Holy frijoles. Hey, Giant! You want to see something cool? Gracias, the legend will never die!
Puss in Boots, you died.
I have 9 lives.
And how many times have you died already?
No, Puss in Boots doesn't need a spotter. Watch. Watch. A cat always lands on his feet. Watch.
You are down to your last life. Mama Luna's always on the lookout for a new lap cat.
I am no lap cat. I am Puss in Boots.
Not anymore.
Meow.
Oh. Meet Pickles.
Oh
no. This is a person party, Pickles. That's your party.
So this is where dignity goes to die.
Living my vida loca. Hey.
You don't look like a Pickles.
Well, you don't look like a cat.
Full disclosure, I'm a therapy dog. Want to rub my belly?
Hard, Buzz.
Oh.
They found me.
Goldilocks and the 3 Bears Crying family.
Make her talk.
Excuse me, my darling. We're looking for the legendary Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps seen him?
What's a Puss in Boots?
He is me!
Oh.
Normally, I have a sword. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Okay.
Get that cat. Dead or alive will be just right.
Bounty hunters. Kitty soft paws, I need your help.
Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong. Cool! Another member of the team. I'm Puss's therapy dog.
Definitely not.
Finally, you need therapy.
Oh, I have got to learn how to do that.
Lives flashing before your eyes.
Pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
Espresso.
Yes, well, that's a lot of Antonio Banderas saying his name, so we know what film we're watching.
Admittedly, I will. That trailer does say the words "Puss in Boots" more often than anyone should ever say Puss in Boots. However,
I couldn't actually see the trailer because I've never seen the trailer. So I was a little confused with the audio that I could hear. Is it still set in like a magic kingdom where Shrek is set? So why was he a house cat?
Okay, so
did the person not hear him talking?
Explanation. Go, Quinny.
So yes, it is still set in magical Shrekland, though Shrek and all elements of Shrek are basically gone from this. In fact, pretty much all elements of the first Puss in Boots film, which I haven't even watched, are gone from this. And you're probably all wondering, why the fuck are we talking about Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish?
Because it seems like Quinny lives with a 6-year-old, so he sees all his children's movies.
Because that would make a lot of sense. Apart from the fact that I just like fucking animated films.
The only two things he was able to watch during the Christmas break was Avatar 2 and Puss in Boots 2.
That is quite literally all I saw in the cinema.
It was all sequels all the time.
Yeah. But there is a reason that I brought this one up, and the reason that I even went and watched it is because a friend of mine who teaches animation in New York, who's a guy from Launceston, Tasmania, of all fucking places, said that his films of the year were Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and he thought that Puss in Boots 2 was better. And I was like, get fucked.
Wow.
Like, I've seen Pinocchio. It is a spectacular piece of filmmaking. Like, it's really incredible. What the fuck? And he's like, no, I'm deadly serious. And I was like, really? So I looked at the trailer and I went, ooh, that's pretty. And when we're done here, like everybody else saw the trailer, we go and watch the trailer, big screen and everything. And then I started seeing a few other reviews, and it's sitting at 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, both critic and like user score.
Wow.
And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go and watch it. It's astonishingly good. Like, it is not the film that I expected to ever say, holy shit, this is amazing.
Okay. But
it's got the animation kind of quality of being able to shift between animation styles and everything, like Into the Spider-Verse. It's got like really beautifully written characters. It's got really interesting design, and it's got fucking action out the yin yang. It is one of the most visually fucking dynamic, interesting, funny, heartfelt fucking films that I have seen in a very long time. To the point where after we're done here, there will be a review that I have written up on the Periodic Table website, where I go into a bit more detail. But it is quite literally my end of this year, the thing that I say, for fuck's sake, please, everybody, if you can, go and see it in a cinema.
Oh, wow.
It's so good.
Shit. Puss in Boots 2, like something that I definitely wouldn't go see.
No,
yeah, that was a very surprising review, Quinny.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to tell everybody about it, because I didn't even watch the first. I can't even remember whether I watched the last 2 or 3 Shrek films.
I don't think I have either.
No, I honestly could not give a shit. But
Wow.
This sort of does that really clever thing of going, doesn't matter. You don't have to have seen anything that's happened before. This is just the idea of Puss in Boots, who, you know, is a fabled hero who has been heroing around the land, and has gotten full of himself and hubris, and then realizes that he's actually run out of his 9 lives and only has 1 left. And then literal death shows up for him. And there's this whole thing of there's a wish. There is, like, it's a bit like Stardust, you know, that
Selling me a little bit more on this.
yeah. And so they have to journey to try and be the person to get this last wish. But there are a whole bunch of people who are going for the wish as well. There's Jack Horner, who's no longer little Jack Horner. He's now big Jack Horner. And Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, who are all trying to get this wish. And they've all got reasons for why they want the wish. And yeah, it's Puss, and so the only character that is a holdover from the first film is Kitty Softpaws, who's Selma Hayek's character, who is a luchador cat assassin. So she wears a luchador mask and fucking wrestles and does all that kind of shit.
Oh, that sounds cute.
And Perito, who is the little the dog, who you look at and you think, oh man, he's gonna be fucking annoying as shit, but literally brought me to tears in one sequence. I was like,
well, take it from us. Somebody once told me I better go watch Puss in Boots 2.
Yeah, I like. It's in the cinemas now. You can probably still catch it if you can do, because it's fucking beautiful and deserves to be seen on a big screen. But the moment it comes out on home streaming, watch it. You will be absolutely gobsmacked. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
So that's the one that it looks like a guilty pleasure, but in fact isn't guilty at all.
Can I ask a question before I switch to a different show? Because I think you told us about Puss in Boots 2, which is great, Quinny. Can I just piggyback that with another thing you told me about? I'm not going to play the trailer because the trailer is actually terrible. The quality was terrible, and I don't want to waste everyone's time. Just give us a quick recap. What is Wandering Earth like?
So one of my things of sitting on the couch, I was watching a lot of TV, but also just a lot of random Netflix searching and stuff like that. The Wandering Earth is a 2019 Chinese blockbuster, cut from the same cloth as Armageddon, written by the same person who wrote The Three Body Problem, which is a big series that's coming out on Netflix later this year. So it's the most ridiculous thing I've perhaps ever seen, where the sun is about to explode sometime in the next, 100 years or so. And so the people of Earth decide that the best thing that they can possibly do to try and survive the sun exploding is to build 10,000 engines, scatter them around the planet, and drive Earth out of the solar system to find a new solar system.
And then what?
That actually works. Did they think about taking the moon with them? Because how are they going to control the tides?
Also, I'm sorry, like, how is life without
Also, everyone is going to die. Like, everyone is going to get destroyed by the cold vacuum of space. Anyway, yeah, I just thought everyone needs to know about
things are fine until we run into Jupiter.
We run into Jupiter.
How did we
I was
get
joking.
through
I was joking.
How do we get through the Cooper Belt, though?
We just shuffle that out of the way. But when we get to Jupiter, Jupiter's big storm, the big eye on Jupiter, starts sucking all of our oxygen.
Because that's how it works. Love a bit of science in a movie.
I hope it won't.
Oh my God, I have so many things to say about this entire concept.
Sounds like you need to either smoke a joint or drink a bottle of whiskey while you watch it.
Absolutely.
The Wandering Earth,
fucking
perhaps
hilarious.
Not the greatest one. All right.
And the best part is we're getting a sequel to it, which is actually a prequel this year. It was one of the most expensive movies ever produced in China. It is gigantically expensive and monumentally stupid.
Okay. Anyway, avoid the Wandering Earth, or don't let it wander.
Oh
into
no!
your
You should totally watch it just for the moments where you're like, did we run into Jupiter?
How?
And how did we?
Sometimes shit movies are just fun. Like, did anybody watch M. Night Shyamalan's Old? Because that was fucking riot.
Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't see that.
Oh my God. You have to watch it with a group of people and just trash it while you watch it. It's so fucking hilarious.
Sure.
I can't recommend Old enough for a hate watch.
Okay, so moving on this, which one? Okay, so it's Peter or Jill? Yours?
Can you play, please, Welcome to Chippendales?
I had Chippendales there. And then we'll do Peter's one.
Okay.
A world of luxury right at your fingertips. Sheer opulence.
Sheer opulence.
You're hardworking, reliable. I want to promote you to general manager.
I'm afraid I cannot accept. That was my dream when I got here. But my goals have changed. I have changed. I'm going to start my own business. a strip club for women.
Is this some kind of joke?
Not at all.
I mean, do you like looking at naked dudes?
I have something to tell you, Paul. Women get horny.
Welcome to Chippendales.
I love this place. You need me.
You need a choreographer.
And I do enjoy a challenge.
Cuffs and collars.
You are a genius.
This could be huge. This could be global.
Russia, China, the whole world.
Repeat after me. Things are going incredibly well.
Things are going incredibly well.
And I'm not going to blow it.
I'm not going to blow it.
Please welcome Mr. Chippendales himself.
Oh yeah, it's the sexy time.
Okay, so I saw this kicking around on Disney for a while, but I was waiting for all the episodes to come out because it was a weekly thing. Because I just wanted to binge it all at once. It was the origin story of how Chippendales got started. Little did I know how much fucking murder and embezzlement surrounded Chippendales. And I was quite shocked. This is a bit of a...
Who would have thought that the sex industry would have had any bad shit happening to it?
What do you call dramatized documentaries these days? It's like
fiction.
Sure.
Reenactment.
Lines can be blurry.
Embellishment.
Lines can be blurry.
Yes.
So Kumail Nanjiani plays Steve, aka Soman Banjiri, who was the guy that was the mastermind behind Chippendales. He saved a lot of money from running a convenience store or petrol station, whatever it was, and then wanted to break out of that stereotype and like create his own empire. And it started off as a backgammon club, but that was not popular. And then it just morphed into so many things. And he got a lot of help from people along the way, but his choreographer started to take a little bit too much
cocaine,
I guess. No, well, everybody was doing cocaine, but he started to take credit for the idea, and Steve did not like that and had him assassinated. And so you get to see a lot of like
I hope he gave
goings on behind the scenes of Chippendales.
I hope he gave him a concrete like bow tie and cuffs and sent him to the bottom of the Delaware. I don't know where's the Chippendales
it was
from?
a really fascinating watch to kind of learn like how it all began and how it kind of still is a name today without a lot of that tarnish that is behind the scenes. It was based on a book. I've forgotten the name of it, but it was like something murder behind Chippendales or whatever. But
why are we finding all this stuff out? Like all of these things that we know, which are world famous brands. It's like, yeah, there was a lot of murder and terrible stuff that went on to build this brand. Anyway, go enjoy McDonald's.
Yeah, but like the first episode, the main guy that's helping Steve set up his clubs
maybe the
and
book
stuff,
is called The Naked Truth.
Was played by Dan Stevens. And turns out he was a guy that was involved, and his wife was a Playboy model, and so they were the ones that first helped him set up Chippendales. But this guy was insanely jealous of his wife even being at the club around all of these men, and just like lost his mind one day and shot her and then killed himself. So that's how the first episode ended, and I'm like, wow, okay, can only go up from here.
Sure. Seems
fascinating.
Seems light and breezy.
Stuff. Yeah, it was only like 8 episodes.
Was it good though? You recommend it? Say that people should learn
about.
Yeah,
I'd recommend it.
You know, I also like, you know, it's giving a little bit of the other side of sex work, which is fine to say. You know, women get horny too. They want to look at dudes.
I mean, some of the Chippendales themselves, you get a little bit of insight on how like some of it made them uncomfortable. It's a lot of racially charged stuff as well, because it was like the 80s and
the 80s, only 50 years ago.
Oh, shut up. You're making me feel old, man.
Jesus.
I mean, wait, what?
There's somebody in the fucking chat who's calling us old. We don't need you to do it as well.
I want to give 2 other honorable mentions for stuff that I watched. I saw Jack Ryan season 3.
Oh yes,
love me some Daddy John Krasinski. Who's going off in that series again? So good. And I also, in the whole vein of watching espionage stuff over the past 2 weeks, I saw Treason on Netflix, starring Charlie Cox. It's a BBC series.
Oh yeah.
With Olga Kurylenko as well. Quite interesting little MI6 spy thriller thing.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Next. Moving on. Next.
Moving on.
Grumpy. Because we're getting Peter, you're one of yours. It's time for one of Peter's.
Everything else I watched was a series 2 or 3. Maybe I'll throw it out to everyone. What do you want to watch? I watched the 3rd season of His Dark Materials. I watched the 2nd season of White Lotus.
That's what I was going to play for you, but you don't want to hear the trailer, do you?
Oh, we can hear the trailer. Do you want to put White Lotus?
Smash that trailer.
Yeah, smash White Lotus.
Never talked about it.
Whenever I stay at a White Lotus, I always have a memorable time. Always.
Welcome to the White Lotus in Sicily.
La Dolce Vita.
You guys are here to learn about your Sicilian roots. Sounds like a fun boys' trip.
Wasn't supposed to be a boys' trip.
We're on a family vacation right now, and it's just the 3 of us, because all the women in our family hate you.
Please, can we just drop it?
Now that he's loaded, you think he regrets marrying such a dud?
What is going on with you?
There's a reason they invited us here. It's like you sold your company, you got rich, and now he's your best friend. Are these the kind of people we're going to be hanging out with now?
Did you vote, babe? Be honest.
I did.
Didn't I?
Doesn't matter.
Flirting is one of the pleasures of life.
You're 80 years old.
But the women I desire remain young. You can relate to that.
I just wanted to inform you that my good friends here, they're going to be visiting me this week, coming and going.
They come and go.
See you later. Bye.
I see.
You bring your assistant to a vacation with your husband.
It's not like she's gonna be in our bed and stuff. I don't know what's going on with Greg, but I think it's bullshit. I think he's having an affair.
I've seen a lot of guys who make all this money and they just start acting different.
You guys party?
Lady Molly.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
That's fun.
That's fun. A man does what he has to do, but you keep it tight. If you're sloppy, it's like you're rubbing her face in it.
What happened last night?
Just been a series of very bad decisions.
You've had very bad luck. Best thing about luck is it can always change.
Italy's just so romantic. You're gonna die. They're gonna have to drag you out of here.
I wasn't going to watch White Lotus season 2. Oh, she's gone.
No!
We've been bejeweled.
Sorry, been bejeweled.
Oh, no.
This is what it's just
that's all gone horribly
discombobulating,
wrong.
and now we're all over the place. But
And
then we're
now
back.
she's back.
Ha ha!
Can you hear us?
Yeah, my fucking audio dropped out again. Couldn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
anybody. You couldn't
Right.
hear me.
I wasn't gonna watch it, and then I saw a clip that had Theo James and Aubrey Plaza, so it's like, now I'm gonna watch it. And then I watched it, and it was The White Lotus. And I'm not going to say very much about it because I don't know who's watched it, and you can't spoil The White Lotus. So,
Yeah. We talked a little bit about it just before Christmas because me and Karina were like super into White Lotus. So I hope some other people watched it over Christmas.
It's worth watching.
Banger. Yeah.
The theme tune is a banger. It's basically a drama show about terrible people.
Oh yeah,
terrible people. But watch season 1. If you haven't watched season 1, you've got to season 1 is better. Season 2 isn't bad. Season 1 is better.
Season 2.
I still enjoyed season 2. I enjoyed season 1 more. It just had like a little bit more of that edge, that like slightly psychotic edge to it. It is stressful. So that's why this was, part of my sandwich. This was the middle bit of the sandwich where I watched the serious stuff. And it's just terrible people. It's amazing. But Theo James is, delightful. So
is this now becoming a genre of rich people being terrible?
I think that's been a genre forever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, have you not watched?
We haven't necessarily made films about it.
Yeah, you haven't. What you're saying? You haven't made films about terrible people. Some of the original films are about, King Arthur didn't get to be king by being nice, like all these sorts of things.
Okay.
Come on, most of these are about rich people being horrible to each other.
No, but yeah, like Missy points out, like things like The Menu and then Glass Onion and stuff like that. There does appear to be kind of like a hubris or a kind of thing of just going, wow, it turns out rich people are really the worst of us.
Yeah, it's something about like hoarding wealth and making stuff inaccessible for a mass majority of people may be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Maybe that's why they wrote that thing about. Maybe that's one of those fairy tales about dragons, and sort of said how they were bad. Maybe that's a metaphor. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
But you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it, and you can't properly talk about it with somebody who hasn't watched it because it's just like you just have to go on the journey of discovering the terribleness of every character as the layers of terribleness are peeled off through the course of the series.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody else that was watching it while I was, so like messaged my sister and I'm like, you have to fucking watch this show right now because I need to talk to someone about it.
Nice. Couple of questions in the chat about His Dark Material season 3 and if it's worth trying to get into it even though it's been so long since the previous seasons. And
I felt that too, but I did kick off like the first 2 episodes and I'm kind of just getting back into it.
Yeah. Well, I only watched the first 2 seasons a few months ago. I kind of didn't have the headspace to get into them when they first dropped, and then I kind of binged them both. So it was really fresh for me. And so that made it heaps easier. And I think it's a really solid adaptation, and I cried exactly as much as I thought I would at the end. Needed that, actually. That was my, release at the end of His Dark Materials. It was like Will Parry was one of my first ever literary crushes as well. So it's like, it was kind of nice to see them bring those characters to life and have, the character arcs that they had in the books. It was, good.
Okay,
if you've read the books, definitely watch it because it's a really solid adaptation.
Okay.
Right. Is season 3 the end of it, or are they?
Yes.
Doing
It's just
right.
No.
Okay, cool. Then
have you read the books, Quinny?
No.
You should read the books.
My only experience of it was watching that shitty Golden Compass film a few years back, and
that's like that Avatar film we don't talk about.
Yes. And then I watched 3 or 4 episodes of the first season, and I was like, oh, this is quite different and good. And then another one of those things that was just like, oh, I'll come back to that, and will one day. Now that I know that it's all finished, I feel like
it is a complete story.
That's always rather nice.
Satisfying ending. Like this is ended. Things that haven't ended that I watched. Slow Horses season 2. I don't think anyone else is watching that.
I've been meaning
Apple
to.
TV. Somebody watch it and talk to me about it.
Yeah, I've been watching it. Shut up, man. It features my favorite actor of all time.
Right? It's good. I don't usually go in for spy shit, like serious spy shit.
Gary Oldman. I will watch him do anything. It's like, Gary, you reading the paper? Oh.
I love that thing.
I watched Tinker Tailor and that was fucking boring, but it had Gary Oldman in it.
I always love that thing of, you've lived your life for 30 years, you've woken up, you've gone to the job, you've got a wife and everything, and then one day you wake up, look in the mirror, and you recognize that you're Gary Oldman because that's how good a fucking actor he is.
That was one that I haven't actually tried to get into yet, which was the Peripheral that came up. Thanks.
I'm enjoying that. I watched
bothered to get into that.
All but one episode from that.
I don't really know what else. Like the only other thing that I had a trailer for, which I don't think I have time to play because it's starting to get a little bit ridiculous. But speaking of ridiculous, too many R's, not piracy. It's Triple R, which people have recommended to us to watch, and I have to say, even after Quinny's gushing review of it today, I'm still not interested to see Triple R.
Oh, come on.
I'll just go back and watch the original Triple X.
So apparently I went down a weird rabbit hole of international films this holiday. So, you know, there was Triple R, there was Wandering Earth, there's a few other bits and bobs in there. Triple R is stupid, but it's fun. And like it does good action. It's got some really fucking good action beats, but also I respect any film, a la a Bollywood film, that makes a musical number out of a whipping, and a dance number out of getting kicked out of the Raj's dinner party, and a person who will fight by throwing tigers at a person. Yes, it's the bomb. It's fucking 3.5 hours of Bollywood insanity and stupid hyper like action / dancing / muscular men / I don't know, just a lot of slash. It's just fucking slash fiction. It's just
you said the magic word, a little bit of slash.
Yeah. There are two very handsome Indian men who are very muscular, who have a massive bromance, but also, you know, in love with different women, and there's politics. It's got fucking everything. It's just also you have to have 3.5 hours to get through it, and you've got to watch the dance numbers and the singing and everything.
Okay.
I mean, you've got me at dance numbers and singing now. I'm much more intrigued than I was before.
Oh, look, it's one of those ones that, because you know it's Bollywood, so they are going to have a bit of that in there. But then when there is like this extended dance sequence, which is sort of a dance off between all of the priggish British soldiers and the two Indian heroes, and it's stupidest dance. But yeah, it's you've got to watch it, and I want everybody to see it because the trailer doesn't even do it justice. Like the little bit on Netflix where the guy is like, if you find RRR, Triple R, whatever, on Netflix, the little attract sequence is a dude running through the jungle and outrunning a tiger and a wolf, and then the wolf like punches into the tiger. And the best thing is no animals hurt at all. They say it right up front. It was all done with CGI, and you can tell, but it's okay.
Better than hurting animals.
Absolutely. Other little things that I want to shout out to very, very quickly. A series that I watched on Amazon in the last week called The Rig, which is Jorah Mormont from Game of Thrones with a Scottish accent. And it's like a very long Doctor Who episode. It's like they're on a
movie.
No, there was a movie many years ago, totally different story.
Oh, but this is a series.
Yeah, so this is a series, and it's 6 episode. They're on an oil drilling rig out in the North Sea, and things go bad, and there's terrifying things happening. It's all very spooky and monsters and stuff like that, and it makes for some good, entertaining spookiness.
Sure,
lots. So many Scottish accents. Everybody's angry, bearded, and Scottish.
There's some stuff that did just come out. Thank you, Casper, for reminding me. The Bad Batch season 2 started last week, which is something good to watch on Disney Plus, apart from Willow. And something that I had forgotten, which starts on Sunday, which is the Last of Us TV show, which is going to be
Zombie Daddy.
Interesting. Maybe let's see how that goes. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm living in a lot of hope that they get that one right because, I mean, you really want to fuck it up.
I mean, you could easily fuck it up. You can fuck everything up, but hey, who knows? We just hope things are good. That's all.
Yes.
While we wait for Ted Lasso season 3 to come out.
And more Wednesday. Enjoyed Wednesday.
And more Sandman season 2. That'd be nice. Wednesday was good. We talked a little bit about that. The Witcher, Blood Origin. Sorry if Chastansler is still here. Sorry.
there. Is that worth watching?
No, it's really weird.
Oh, okay,
It's
glad I
just
haven't started it.
It's terrible.
It's just like,
Is it
what
as bad as
going
the
on
anime?
here?
Worse.
Ooh.
Oh, Chest Angela, you're there, and I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's worse than the anime. The anime was, had a lot going for it. It's up there with Willow as far as I was concerned.
But it's got a bit of
Real bad.
Yaskia in there.
For what, 5 minutes?
At the start to set it up. It's like, oh, it's a recap.
Okay,
Back in
so not
town.
enough to actually watch the show.
Oh, it's answering questions you don't want answers to. Like,
Chest Angela was like, if you know nothing about The Witcher, it's meh.
Okay, good point. I won't
Yeah.
start it.
Yeah.
Because, that's not a bunch of lore that I'm up to date with. So.
And if you do know a lot about the Witcher, Chest Angela, is it still shit? If you know anything about The Witcher, it makes no sense.
It makes
Good.
sense.
Great. So it sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it. They're
It's
just trying
really
to
rough
cash in
seeing-
on that franchise by the sound of
Yeah,
it.
and it's rough seeing Michelle Yeoh doing, the level-headed best that she can, but
That's the only
clearly just-
reason why I was going to give it a watch.
Yeah.
She
Because
has
I only
got.
watched the other one for Henry, and now he's gone. So
She's just
I
in
don't know.
everything at the moment.
Oh, you've
I
still got
love
one
that.
season of Henry left.
Oh yeah.
He filmed season 3, and then after that, he was out.
Yay.
And
Oh,
then-
that's good.
But
Oh,
don't worry, you're going to have a lot of Henry probably playing, I don't know,
Oh,
something in
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
And they'll
That's
get his
alright.
shirt off.
That's all right.
Yeah, so look, there has been quite a lot out that came out over that time. We watched a whole bunch of shit, and there's probably a lot that we're missing and that we haven't gone through.
Oh.
But we will be watching stuff soon, and we just have put a lot of TBA into the schedule because we haven't made decisions yet.
No.
Because,
We
you
did
know-
no work, like we said.
Yeah,
Yeah. we had, as the name would indicate, a holiday.
a holiday. You're supposed to do that, and now we've got to, pay for everything we put off till this month. Fucking hell. But we are going to go and watch Mithrigan. Mithrigan. We're going to go watch Mithrigan and then talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I'm not, so you guys have
Cheetah's
fun.
not, because it's got scary dolls.
I've noped out on creepy dolls and creepy children. No, thank you.
Yeah. At one
But you
point,
guys have fun.
At one point, she dresses as a clown.
Oh,
God.
fuck! Why am I going? Shit!
We're gonna go see
fuck.
Mithrigan and then figure out what we're gonna do for the last two shows before the end of the month. How's that sound?
There are many things that are coming out, and or we'll just find some other random shit on Netflix that gets advertised to us.
A couple of votes in there. Oh, Pinocchio's got a vote for a
Oh,
discussion.
yeah,
of
I did say last
Pinocchio.
year we should have a Pinocchio off and watch the
Oh,
shitty Disney
yes.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be interesting because I do have some very strong opinions. No, I don't have strong opinions. I just love the new Pinocchio. but, yeah.
Oh, if anyone wants to come and see Mithrigan, we've got a spare ticket. So Karina says she doesn't know, but if anybody
Jill.
else wants it.
Yeah, if you're in Sydney, let us know.
Yeah, if you're in
This is
Sydney,
Jill. She'll sort you out.
Wait, tomorrow night, so it's no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
send
not
us a
tomorrow
message
night.
on Facebook
Yeah, tomorrow night.
if you want to come along. Yeah,
Um,
tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
Um,
Be there or be square.
Um,
Do yourself a favor. I don't know.
oh dear. When in Sydney, Jill stays at the Siebel Townhouse. And that is a very, very
Fuck, that's an old
specific
reference.
joke from Hey Hey It's Saturday.
Little tweaker before who was calling us old. He doesn't know how fucking old we are.
Oh, yeah, what is the hills?
Oh dear. But yes, also like Happy New Year. Thanks for saying everyone, and everyone. Thanks for
Welcome
showing up
back.
and saying hi and welcome back. It's
So happy to be
2023. Namaste, awesome. It's the year of self improvement. What are we doing? We don't know. January is just a weird month. We'll figure things out.
Yeah.
It is. It is a weird month, but we're going to have a lovely time. And what's more, we're going to do it in the company of wonderful people and you guys in the chat.
Oh, fuck. Starting the year off with a backhanded compliment.
Fuck you.
I only
Quinny.
say that because I love them.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it's so great to see. Oh, great. Our first fuck you of 2023.
it's from the submachine gun Casper.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, Jesus, great.
I didn't know I could turn him so quickly.
Don't cross Casper.
Oh, no. There will be no more subs.
No. How are we going to pay for our domain?
I don't know. I think Elska may be able to help us out on that one, but I'm not sure.
Yes, we've got a domain. We've got a whole other year and some mild improvements. I promise I'll make it by February, maybe. I don't know.
Only 51 more shows.
Only 51 more shows. Well, actually, considering this is show number 298.
Oh shit!
We do have some planning to do.
That's why TBA for the end of the month. Because what are we doing
now.
for episode 300? Like suggestions welcome.
Something special.
Spatial. Yeah, a clip show. That's right, everyone. We're doing another clip show.
All of the best bits.
Yeah. It's like it's 63 clips and just a trailer, and we come back and we say that was an average film. Anyway, next we're moving on. We've got to go fast.
You know what we should do? We should try and be in the same room. There's a crazy concept.
I love that this is
we
like.
Try. Wait, no.
It's not.
It's not live, but we do.
It's not 300.
I kind of meant like people come and see us in person.
Oh, I would love to do that, but I mean that's only 2 weeks away, and that's a lot of time to book a fucking room.
You know,
we'll do it for 400.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see. We've actually got to say, I'll have to go back and we have to figure out when was that. Like, there's a difference here because it's 300. It's the 300th official Periodic Table of Awesome podcast, and there were ones before that. But this isn't our 300th Twitch stream / like online live show. So we're going to work out a bit of math and figure out what we're doing. It's the 300th podcast. Which is probably not 300 sequentially because we did a few other ones in between. Anyway, it's just math. We just do whatever we want. Anyway, join us next week.
It's our show. Fuck off. We'll do whatever we want.
Join us next week for our 425th show anniversary. We'll just do it. We'll just skip a few. It's fine.
We got some good ideas there. We'll do something. It's gonna be a good time.
Yes, we've done live show podcast stuff. Well, we can do it. We can dig out all the equipment where we used to sit in a room and do it and look at each other and you couldn't see us. Now we've got to barrel down there and be like, "Hi, we're talking to you. What's going on?" But yeah, all right.
Yeah, talking to the chat over there.
Talking to the chat. Hi, chat. We're saying hi. How you going over there?
Chat doesn't move that fast.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we can all just sit on a couch in a row and do it at a video.
Yeah. Sure.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Then I feel like, how are we going to talk to the chat? Are they just going to be like randomly yelling stuff?
We'll have them on a big screen behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
We need we need an Interatron, Peter, so we can have the chat feed just going straight up and we're barreling down it. Maybe we'll get everyone on the chat on a Zoom call and we can stare at their faces. Well, I don't know why I'm spitballing all this live when we should be doing this at a proper time.
Make this shit happen.
Wait. Missy's helping wind us up because now we're just planning.
Yeah.
I do love Missy because she's like, okay, that's it, fucking out, guys.
See you later. You guys have been real. Thank you, Quinny. Is there anyone we're going to take a spin along to? Is there anyone online that we know?
Jesus, that's the thing that
we can say Jordan. Yeah, but we can go see. What do you want to Call of Duty, or do you want to go see Jordan? See what she's doing.
We could do Call of Duty Warzone with either Baja or Hex, or we can do Jordan, who's just chatting. I don't know. Let's go to Jordan.
All right.
I think Jordan's always far more interesting.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. See, powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. With martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall, I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers, I say. symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Lucky Barn and arm wrestle for hours. Visit May and bring her lots of flowers. Oh, trendy bars would be a guy's night out. We'd make that wolf pack out. I'd run with Flash and do a marathon. Vacation to the savage land